Good morning, friends, students, and lovers of English literature and language. This is Professor Dr. Deepika Srivastav from the English Department of the Central University of Allahabad, Prayagraj. I have also been the head of the English department. I am bringing a video today for all of you, and the topic of today's lecture is some common idioms, their meanings and usage. I repeat, some common idioms, their meanings and usage. Now, before I commence my lecture, let us first understand the meaning of idiom and its significance. The dictionary meaning is phrase established by usage and not immediately comprehensible from the words used. It also means form of expression peculiar to a language. Let us understand that it is a phrase or expression that presents a figurative, non-literal meaning attached to the phrase. Some phrases become figurative idioms while retaining the literal meaning of the phrase. Hence, an idiom's figurative meaning is different from the literal meaning. An idiom is a commonly used expression, meaning of which does not relate to the literal meaning of its words. Idioms are classified as figurative language, which means the use of words in an unusual or imaginative manner. Figurative language includes the use of metaphors, similes, personification, hyperbole, euphemisms, and puns. As a rule, idioms do not help in expressing ideas more clearly, but they help in making your writing less stuffy. All languages have idioms, and there are more than 25,000 of them just in English. Another noticeable feature is that they cannot be translated directly, but many languages have their own idioms to express a similar thought. Understanding English idioms is important because they require a deeper familiarity of the English language to comprehend. Idioms say many things with only a few words. They make our language enriching. They are nicer to hear and make the conversation more appealing. Idioms are generally used by native speakers as they sound natural and are better than formal language. Also, they exist in every language and are not meant to be taken literally. As idioms do not make sense literally, we need to familiarize ourselves with the usage of idioms. Now, let us take up some idioms with their meanings. I have used them in simple sentences for your convenience. The first idiom that I've taken up is bite off more than you can chew. What does it mean? It means to do something much above your capacity. Example in a sentence. As she could not refuse her in-laws, the daughter-in-law has taken too many tasks. I think she has bitten more than she can chew. Next idiom is head over heels. It means when you are completely in love with someone. You will easily relate with this idiom. Now, in a sentence, Harry felt head over heels in love with Dimple and wants to marry and settle down with her. This is easily understandable. Next, upset someone's apple cart. It means you do something that causes a plan to go wrong. Example in a sentence: the increase in petrol and diesel prices by the government has upset the apple cart of many households. Next is keep someone at arm's length. It means you avoid becoming friendly with that person. Now, example in a sentence: as Monu has developed a few bad habits and does not study properly, his classmates keep him at arm's length. Next is bend over backwards. It means try to please someone to an unusual degree. The example in the sentence is the hotel management bent over backwards to make the visit of the American president a comfortable one. The next idiom is a chip of the old block. It means being similar in an outstanding manner to your father or mother. Example in a sentence: Piyush has qualified the UPSC examinations like his illustrious father. He is a chip of the old block. The next is blow your own trumpet. It means when you start telling people even your smallest achievements. Example in a sentence is the topper of a class is always blowing his own trumpet just because he is good in studies. Next is to eat humble pie. It means to get defeated or to yield under humiliating circumstances. Example is the politician was sure of victory and went around boasting about himself, but was defeated badly when results were declared. Poor man had to eat humble pie. I hope this is clear. The next is not worth his salt. It means quite worthless. Example in a sentence: he is not worth his salt. Don't rely on him for any assistance. Next is to make both ends meet. It means to live within one's income. Example in a sentence: the cost of living has increased drastically. We find it difficult to make both ends meet. The next is took him to task. It means rebuked him. Example in a sentence: I took him to task for being always late in reporting for work. Next is no love lost between them. It means not on good terms. Example in a sentence: there's no love lost between the two families. They dislike each other on every aspect. The next idiom is in the nick of time. It means at the right moment. Example: the police arrived in the nick of time and saved the girl from jumping from the bridge. Next idiom is from hand to mouth. It means without any savings for the future, like the migrants are today with the COVID pandemic. Now I use it in a sentence: daily workers and laborers in India live from hand to mouth. Next is cools one's heel. It means to be kept waiting. Example in a sentence: we waited indefinitely, cooling our heels for the chief guest to arrive at the function. Next is eyewash. It means ineffective solution which is just for show. Example in a sentence: most committees appointed to look into corruption of officers are merely an eyewash. The next idiom is ducks and drakes. It means to waste money. Example in a sentence is: the king did not allow the prince to play ducks and drakes with the riches of the palace. Next, kick the bucket. It means to die. Example in a sentence is the father kicked the bucket early in life, leaving his family in severe financial crisis. The next idiom is rub shoulders with. It means to meet and spend time with. It does not mean rubbing shoulders with people. What does it mean? To meet and spend time with. Example, Ashok claims to have rubbed shoulders with the Prime Minister of India during his recent visit to New Delhi. Next is snake in the grass. It means hidden enemy. Snake in the grass is not easily visible. So, what does it mean? It means a hidden enemy. Example, the new daughter-in-law proved to be a snake in the grass, creating problems in the family. Next is wild goose chase. It means useless efforts. Now I use it in a sentence. Mohit's efforts to please his girlfriend proved to be a wild goose chase as she married someone else at the 11th hour and ditched him. Next is washing dirty linen in public. So it does not mean that you wash your clothes in public. It simply means to expose private secrets publicly. I use it in a sentence. The press is in the habit of washing dirty linen in public of film stars to gather high viewership. Next is to take the bull by the horns. It means to face danger with courage. Example, the Indian Army is fully prepared to tackle enemies and will take the bull by the horns in case there is an attack. Next is pay back in one's own coin. It means tit for tat. I now use it in an appropriate sentence. The staff was being harassed by the officer, so they made a complaint and got him removed. They succeeded in paying him back in his own coin. Next is leave no stone unturned. It means to make all possible efforts. Now I use it in a sentence. Meera left no stone unturned to qualify GRF examinations and ultimately succeeded. Next is nook and corner. It means at every place. I searched for my missing wristwatch in every nook and corner of the house, still could not find it. Next is make one's mark. What does it mean? It means to achieve distinction. Example, India has probably made its mark in providing COVID vaccination to the world. The next is making a clean breast of. What does it mean? It means to confess something bad or illegal. Example in a sentence, after months of denying that he had committed the crime, the culprit decided to make a clean breast of it and owned his misdeed. Next is to live in an ivory tower. It means remaining aloof from realities of life. Example in a sentence, it is said that the queen lived in an ivory tower and refused to meet her subjects and face the problems that they brought. Next is rise to the occasion. What does it mean? It means accepting the challenge to deal with a difficult situation. Now I use it in a sentence. The Indian government rose to the occasion in successfully handling COVID outbreak. Next is in the long run. It means ultimately. Example, hard work and honesty always win in the long run. I repeat, hard work and honesty always win in the long run. So, you also should stick to hard work. Next is born with a silver spoon in his mouth. It means born in wealth and luxury. Like children of politicians, film stars, they don't have to struggle for anything. Now I use it in an appropriate sentence. The Nawab's son is born with a silver spoon in his mouth and has all luxuries at his command. The next is a man of his words. It means reliable, dependable. Now I use it in a sentence. Though Prakash is a businessman, he is a man of his words and can be trusted upon. Next is black sheep. It means bad characters. It does not mean a black colored sheep. What does it mean? Bad characters. Example in a sentence, there are a few black sheep in every family. Next is to spread like wildfire. It means to spread rapidly. Now I use it in a sentence. The news of Princess Diana's car crash in Paris spread like wildfire globally. Next is put his foot down. It means to remain firm. To remain firm. Example in a sentence, I requested the mayor to reconsider his decision to resign, but he put his foot down and did not change his opinion. Next is within a stone's throw. It means at a very short distance. Now I use it in a sentence. The university is within a stone's throw of the Prayag railway station in Prayagraj. Next is foot the bill. Now what does it mean? It means when you have to pay for something. Example, my friend Meera invited me to dinner at a 5-star hotel, but I was forced to foot the bill as she excused herself and left midway abruptly. Next is true to the salt. It means faithful to their employers. Now I use it in a sentence. In olden times, maid servants were true to their salt and could be relied on, unlike the present day maids who are not so trustworthy. Next is fallen short of my expectations. It means having disappointed someone. I use it now in a sentence. Example, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal had great expectations that their son would get admission in an IIT, but he proved to be a big failure. He has fallen short of their expectations. Next is like a fish out of water. It means one out of his element, finding himself or herself in a strange situation. Now I use it in a sentence. While all were discussing high-level physics equations, I felt like a fish out of water as I don't know anything in physics. The next idiom is to be swollen-headed, means to be conceited. Now I use in a sentence. Ever since Harry got selected in the prestigious civil services, he has become swollen-headed. The next idiom is nipped in the bud. It means make a plan fail before it could materialize. Now I use it in a sentence. Rahul was planning to get a house constructed for himself, but his plans were nipped in the bud as the bank refused to sanction him a loan. Next is in black and white. It means anything in writing. Example: the boss ordered the staff to come to office on all Sundays but refused to give the order in black and white. Hence, no one turned up. Next, to read between the lines. It means having a hidden meaning. Example in a sentence: the letter is meant to be read between the lines as it has a meaning which is not very obvious. Next is keeping someone in the dark. It means keeping someone in ignorance. Now I use it in a sentence. Ramesh was having an affair with the neighbor's daughter, but he and his girlfriend kept their families in the dark. Next is in cold-blooded. What does it mean? Meaning is killing someone deliberately and in a planned manner. Now I use it in a sentence. Lady Macbeth killed King Duncan in a cold-blooded manner. You have all read about this in Macbeth. Next is wolf in sheep's clothing. It means a hypocrite. Now I give you an example. Mothers warn their young daughters to keep away from those who are wolf in sheep's clothing. Especially, girls from the villages. They are very naive and they are taken in by sweet words from men in wolf in sheep's clothing. The next is to cut a poor figure. It means to make a bad impression. The witness cut a poor figure in his cross-examination by the opponent's lawyer. He could not make a very good impact. So this here you can use to cut a poor figure. Next is the long and the short of it. What does it mean? The entire matter in a very few words. Example: the long and the short of it is, I do not want to be associated with people who are having a very bad name. Next is petticoat government. It means undue interference by women politicians. Now I give you an example. Finland has a petticoat government as the Prime Minister and important ministers are all women. Next, beauty is only skin deep. Please pay attention to this one as it's going to help you. It means physical appearance is not as important as inner beauty. Inner beauty is what matters, not the physical beauty. Example: today's youngsters are attracted by beautiful girls, not realizing that beauty is only skin deep. It fades, whereas inner beauty is always there. Next is poison one years against. What does it mean? It means to set a person against another. It doesn't mean to pour poison in your ears. It just means that you have set a person against another person. Example: this is a classic example. Manthara poisoned Queen Kaikai's ears against Lord Ram. The rest is Ramayana. Next is melting pot. It means a place where immigrants of different cultures form an integrated society. Pots don't melt, and it is not used in that sense. It only means a place where people from all over come and stay there. Like, I give you an example, the United States of America has become a melting pot with immigrants from all over the world settling and working there. So many Indians also have gone there and settled. Next is Himalayan blunder. It means when you commit a serious mistake, a very serious mistake. Himalayan is the biggest mountain range, and blunder is a mistake. So I give a suitable example. The politician committed a Himalayan blunder by leaving for road shows without his bodyguards and was shot dead by his opponents. This happens. So, when adequate measures are not taken for one's safety, people get a chance to commit a crime. Next is in a tight corner. What does it mean? When you land yourself in a difficult situation. I give you an example now. The pilot, crew, and passengers landed in a tight corner when the plane was hijacked by terrorists. Next is dig one's own grave. It means to do something which causes you harm. It does not mean that you start digging your own grave, but you commit such a big blunder which causes you irreparable loss. I give you a suitable example. The young actress is digging her own grave by marrying an older married man and quitting Prince. The next is as fit as a fiddle. It means strong and in good health. It means someone who is fit and robust. Example, all joggers and morning walkers are as fit as a fiddle. The next is blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise. It means something intrinsically good but having a bad appearance. Now I use it in an appropriate sentence. It was a blessing in disguise that Pushpa missed the train as it later got delayed by over 15 hours. The next idiom is clip one's wings. It means to weaken the power of. Now I use it in a sentence. Whenever a new chief minister takes over, he clips the wings of the previous ministers and bureaucrats for no rhyme or reason. Next is don't judge a book by its cover. It means don't judge something primarily by its appearance. I use it now in a sentence. Santosh bought an expensive gift for his wife and didn't bother to see its manufacturing date. Later it was found it was expired. So his wife advised him not to judge a book by its cover. Next is once in a blue moon. What does it mean? Something which happens rarely. A blue moon is a rare sight and it is not a normal thing to see a blue moon. So what does it mean? Something which happens very rarely. I use it in a sentence. Many coaching institutes turn into a profit only once in a blue moon. Most of them get shut very soon owing to lack of infrastructure and amenities. Next is sell like hotcakes. It means being a popular item and therefore selling very fast. Now I use it in a sentence. The new model of Hyundai car was launched recently. More than 10,000 cars sold within minutes. It is selling like hot cakes and is surely a big hit. Next is burn the midnight oil. It means to work late in the night for success. I'm sure most students burn the midnight oil. Now I use it in an appropriate sentence. To crack NEET exams, Mala had to burn the midnight oil for almost a year and eventually she got selected. Now, the next idiom is on cloud nine. It means to be extremely happy for getting success. Naturally, you cannot be on nine clouds. So, it simply means when you are very happy because you have got success. Now, I use it in a sentence. This year's Miss India runner up is on cloud nine after winning the crown, as she comes from a very humble background. You have all heard about this girl whose father is a tempo driver, and she won the Miss India crown as a runner up. So, after her success, she is on cloud nine. Next is through thick and thin. It means under all circumstances and conditions, undaunted by anything. I use it in a sentence. She stood by Ramesh through thick and thin when he faced huge business losses and became a pauper overnight. Next is to burn one's fingers. It means to land into trouble. Example, the Russian diplomat burnt his fingers by interfering in America's internal affairs. Next is living by one's wits. It means not having a permanent means of income but surviving by deceit or fraud. I use it in a sentence. Many gangsters live by their wits and earn crores by cheating the gullible public. Next is took to his heels. It means to run away. Example, on seeing a policeman, the thief took to his heels, leaving all the stolen items scattered on the road. Next is at a stretch. What does it mean? The idiom simply means continuously without a break. Now I give you a very appropriate example. Doctors are working for more than 12 to 14 hours at a stretch during the COVID pandemic. They are not getting any breaks. They are there in the hospitals and nursing homes looking after us. So they are working at a stretch. Next is keeping up appearances. It means keeping up an outward show of prosperity. Example, many old and flop actors believe in keeping up appearances although they have no work and no bank balance. Next is moving heaven and earth. Now you cannot move heaven and earth. It simply means made every possible effort. Example, Mukesh's enemies moved heaven and earth to get him transferred from New Delhi so that they can make money on the sly. Next is took up cudgels. What does it mean? It means to defend vigorously. Example, Minnie's parents took up the cudgels for the spoiled daughter during the parents-teachers meeting and simply refused to accept that she had failed miserably in all subjects. Next is to see eye to eye. It means to be in complete agreement. Example, the Prime Minister should not expect all countrymen to see eye to eye with him on the question of COVID management. Next is under the thumb of. It means completely under the influence of. Example, many professors are under the thumb of the Vice Chancellor, hence they obey him meekly. Next is shook in the shoes. It means trembled with fear. Maybe you have experienced this, trembled with fear. Now I use it in a sentence. When the results of the board exams were about to be announced, many students who feared failure shook in their shoes. Not only board exams, whenever any results are about to be declared, many students and aspirants shake in their shoes. So, shook in their shoes. Next is fell flat. It means caused no interest. I use it in a sentence. The local politician is a rustic, unimpressive man. His speech on education reforms fell flat, and the audience hooted him and were in no mood to listen to him. Next, bone of contention. It means subject of dispute. It's not a bone of mutton or chicken. It just means subject of dispute. Now I use it in a sentence. The possession of Kohinoor diamond is a bone of contention between England and India. Right? Then the next idiom is took away my breath. It means very surprised or impressed. Now I use it in a sentence. The handsome film star took away my breath when he immediately agreed to be photographed with me. Okay? The last one is cut me short. It means to interrupt. To interrupt. Now I use it in a sentence. Before you all cut me short and find my lecture too long, I feel it's time to end today's video lecture on idioms. Okay, friends, students, on that happy note, let me say that this was my list of 80 selected common idioms with their meanings, and I also use them in simple sentences for your convenience. I repeat again that idioms are important as they help students to achieve fluency in English, adding power to writings. They paint word pictures and create humorous mental images. They also help you to achieve fluency in English. As you can't understand meanings of idioms from the meaning of the words that make up the phrases, idioms cannot be taken literally. I have already said this in the beginning of my lecture. For example, when we say it's raining cats and dogs, it does not mean that animals are falling from the sky. It simply means that it is raining very heavily. Raining cats and dogs. Cats and dogs don't fall from the sky. It simply means very heavy downpour. Now, to understand idioms, you have to hear them in context. Still, if you can't understand, just ask your teachers to explain what they mean. This way, you will know the exact meaning of idioms. Idioms are not used just for fun. They are an important part of how to communicate. By using idioms, our language and communications become richer, robust, and radiant. The biggest advantage is idioms make our writing spicy, impressive, and earn us extra marks in all examinations, and also help you in making an impact in interviews. With these words, I end my lecture on idioms with the hope that this lecture will benefit your communication and writing skills. As all colleges, universities, and coaching institutes are closed for the time being, you have plenty of time to listen to my lecture and to improve your language. With these words, I end my lecture on idioms, and if you have liked my lecture, please subscribe, like, and comment on my YouTube link at English by Professor Dr. Deepika Srivastava. Have a nice day. Goodbye.